Hi everyone, it's Chris Scopino. So we're going to take a look at Excel's what if analysis functions here. And we're going to take a look at it using a car loan, which we've already looked at in class. So let's just review that quickly. But what if analysis does, it looks at the worksheet as a kind of a model where you would have certain input cells, and those input cells would then determine the values that show up in the dependent cells. So, for instance, we could figure out, what different interest rates would give us as a monthly payment, and what different loan amounts, or even both. And then we could set up a goal seek where a dependent cell would give us the value for another cell. Okay, so we could set one cell up with a certain value, and it would show us how it changes the other values. Let me show you. So let's look at our loan here. It's $15,000 and an annual percentage rate of 6%. So the first thing we need to figure out is the monthly rate, because we're paying this back over months. So every month we have to make a payment. So therefore the interest rate is really based on a monthly payment. So pretty easy, right? What we do is we're going to divide our annual percentage rate by 12, because there are 12 months in a year, and that gives us then a monthly rate. So then the next thing to figure out is the monthly payment. And here the monthly payment is going to be a function, which is called PMT. And the PMT function looks for three arguments in this case. The interest rate, and we're going to put in the cell address there of B6. Why do I want to put that in instead of actually typing in this interest rate? In case I want to change it. Again, I can play my own kind of what-if analysis right away just by changing some of the arguments in the formula, and then see how it ripples through and changes the outcome. Next is the number of periods, which in this case is B7, 48, and then the principal value of the loan, 15,000, it's in B4. Okay, so it gives us a value of $352.27, or it would be 28 cents once it's rounded off. And you can see it's a negative number, so it makes sense. We're paying it back, so it's a negative number. But I don't want to show it as a negative number, so I'm going to actually make the principal value the negative number in the formula, and that'll reverse it over here. So now we bring that in, and there we go. There's our monthly payment based on a $15,000 loan at 6% over 4 years. So now we can figure out what the total payment is. So if we're making 48 payments of $352.28, we can multiply that and see what the total payment over the life of the loan is going to be. So let's do the product there, and I'm going to do the period multiplied by the monthly payment, and lo and behold, there's our total payout, which is going to be $16,909.22. And then the interest that the bank would make from us, or the lender, is going to be the total payout minus the original value of the loan. So that's pretty easy too, right? So we put that in. Here's our total payout, and then we minus the original value of the loan. And we see that the bank or lender made $1,909.22. Great. So now we can obviously change some of these variables and see how that changes over here, but it would be nice to kind of list it. So instead of just going in here and changing 48 to another value and seeing how it changes, I'm going to create a data table that will give me a total list of periods and see how that changes the monthly payment, and total interest. So the way you set it up is by, first of all, figuring out the period here based on this loan is going to be, again, B7. So let's put that in there. That's equal to B7. And there we go, got our 48. So then we figure out the monthly payment for that is going to be equal to B8. And the total payment is going to be equal to B9. You can see how we're getting the same numbers there. And then the total interest is equal to B10. Okay, so now here's the magic. We select these guys, and Excel obviously looks at this, and it looks back over here when we do a what-if analysis, which is on the Data tab, what-if analysis, And this specific one is going to be a data table. Okay, so our data table is based on an input cell, but that's going to be a column input cell, and it's going to be this cell right here, B7. Okay, so there you go. So now our data table now shows us a range of various outcomes based on, this is a single variable table. We're varying the period, and we're seeing how these different periods change the monthly payment, and total interest. So for 4 years, we're paying $352. For a 1 year or 12 months, we're paying a lot more, about 4 times more. And if you can afford that payment, actually, though, look at what happens over the life of the loan. Here, with the 4-year payment, we are paying back almost $2,000 to the bank, and with the 1 year, we're paying only about 1/4 of that, about $500. So, and you can see as you set up all these different ones in a 6-year loan, wow, we have a really small payment, but over the life of the loan, we're paying back almost $3,000. And this could be a really long list. A lot of times with a mortgage, you might have a 30-year mortgage. So you can see how all those payments would change. Okay, great. So the next thing then is to look at the goal seek. So the goal seek then is a kind of backward solving thing. It's called back solving, where we would take one cell and set a specific amount there and then say how that's going to change the other cells. So a good example here would be, let's say that I look at myself and say, well, you know what, I can't really afford, I mean, I could look at this and say, whatever I can afford, but let's say I specifically can put aside $300 for this payment. And then how would the other variables change? So the first thing I'm going to do to figure this out is to just copy the original formula here, and I'm going to paste it down here. And we'll do it twice, so paste it here too. Okay, great. So the first goal seek, what we're going to do is figure out a different loan amount. What you want to do is go back to our what if analysis, goal seek, and I'm saying that I want to set cell, actually, we want to set the monthly payment, right? So it's going to be B19, and we want to set that cell to $300 by changing the loan amount. Okay, so Excel calculates it for you, and what happens here, in order to have a monthly payment of $300, I can't borrow $15,000 anymore. I can borrow $12,774. Okay, with the same interest rate. Okay, so let's try it on this one now. And with this one again, we want to go here and do goal seek. So in this case, B30 is going to be $300, and we're going to change the period, right, in this one. So let us know that we're changing the period, and Excel calculates it. Now again, it comes up with a kind of interval for the period, so it's not really going to be 57.6. I guess we got to just round it off and make it 58, and that will also change everything a little bit. Okay, so now the payment went down to $298.57. Okay, so that's how you can use Excel's what if analysis to kind of analyze a whole bunch of different variations in changing one item and seeing how all the other items change. Take a look at it. I'm going to give you an assignment that's similar to this with everything blank, and you'll be able to do it on your own. Let me know if you need help.